Most people think plant care is about sunlight and watering schedules. But here's the truth. Your plants don't die because you forgot to water them. They die because no one taught you how to actually read your space. Here's the thing. Plants are living beings. So before you start impulse buying plants like it's a Target run, here are 5 things to consider if you actually want your garden to survive. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to grow more in small spaces, stop wasting money on the wrong plants, and start creating a garden that thrives in your conditions. Let's begin. Number 1. Know your zone. Okay, imagine you're a plant. You don't speak English, you don't know what TikTok is, but you do know if you're too cold, too dry, or too crispy to function. That's what USDA hardiness zones are. A plant's way of telling you, hey, I only survive if winter temperatures don't drop below 40 degrees, or I will perish, dramatically. Zones are based on the average lowest temperature in your area. There are 13 of them in the US, and they tell you which plants can naturally survive your climate, without you having to build a heated greenhouse or cry over a frozen hibiscus. I live in Zone 11B, which is tropical and brutally sunny. We don't really get winter, but we do get surprise rain, too much sun, and pests who think your garden is their Airbnb. Before you buy anything, Google your zip code plus your plant hardiness zone. This tells you what will actually grow outside, when to plant seeds, when the sun will try to assassinate your tomatoes. It'll save you from heartbreak, money, and apologizing to a dead lavender plant that never stood a chance. Number 2. You can grow almost anything in a container. Don't let anyone tell you that you need a yard to start a garden. You can grow herbs, fruiting plants, root crops, even trees if you're stubborn enough. The trick is to understand how things grow. If it has roots and ambition, it can live in a pot. Just make sure your container has enough space for roots to grow. Drainage holes. The right spot. It's important to consider that container size affects plant size. So if you want a big rosemary bush, use a bigger pot. Want to control a wild mint? Use a smaller one. You're not just growing plants, you're setting boundaries. Think of it as gentle plant psychology with terracotta walls. Plants don't judge your container. They judge drainage, sunlight, and consistency. And consistency? That's the sexiest gardening skill no one talks about. And let me tell you, container gardening is like playing Tetris with nature. Once you learn the rhythm, it's addictive. Number 3. Anything can be a pot. This is where most people get stuck. They think containers have to be terracotta, glazed, pretty, bought, lined up in matching rows. Here's a fun truth. Gardening doesn't care about your aesthetic. Your plant doesn't care if it's in a $40 ceramic pot or a cracked cooking pot from 2002. It cares about space, drainage, and airflow. This is where creativity meets sustainability. Your garden can be just as weird and resourceful as you are. Here are a few examples where people went crazy with their imaginations. Here's your container checklist. Can it hold soil? Can you poke or drill holes in the bottom? Is it safe for plants? No weird chemical leaching? Does it make you feel like a creative genius? This is where creativity meets sustainability. When you stop thinking of pots as objects and start thinking of them as opportunities, you unlock an entirely new relationship with growth. Number 4. Tap water versus rainwater. Quick question. Would you drink from a swimming pool? No? Cool. So why are you watering your basil with it? Depending on where you live, most tap water is treated with chlorine and sometimes fluoride. Great for municipal safety, not so great for sensitive plants, especially the indoor ones. If you're seeing crispy tips or weird leaf discoloration, it might not be you. It might be the water. Over time, this leads to salt buildup, especially in containers where nothing flushes out naturally. Symptoms include leaf tips turning brown, soil getting crusty, your plant slowly hating you. Rainwater, on the other hand, is basically plant champagne. It's soft, slightly acidic, and carries trace minerals that tap water just can't compete with. Collecting it is easy. Place a bowl, bucket, or stylish cauldron outside when it rains. Filter with a cloth if you're picky. Store in a sealed container. Done. But let's be real, you won't always have rain. So in this case, you can let tap water sit out overnight in an open container. The chlorine will evaporate. Not perfect, but plants appreciate the effort. Your plants can survive on tap water. But if you want them to thrive, collect the rain. Treat it like the magic it is. Number 5. Fertilizer 101. Use what you already have. Here's where things get personal. The average gardener throws away hundreds of dollars worth of natural fertilizer every year. Why? Because they didn't realize their banana peel was basically plant steroids. There are just a few ingredients and scraps that, once you know how to use them, will have your garden looking like it's on creatine. And yes, these are the same ingredients your grandma probably used. Because this isn't modern science, it's forgotten wisdom. Here's what's secretly gold in your kitchen and around your home. Aloe vera. Use it as a rooting tonic or revival spray for stressed cuttings. It's packed with enzymes and natural growth hormones. Just blend 1 tablespoon of the fresh gel with water, and you and your cuttings will thank you. Cinnamon. If you didn't know, cinnamon is antifungal. You can dust it on your soil or cuttings to prevent mold and root rot. Plus smells like you know what you're doing. Honey. Raw honey acts as an antiseptic. Dip your cuttings in it before planting to protect them while rooting. Banana peels. Rich in potassium and phosphorus. Chop and bury them in your containers or steep them in water for a few days to make banana peel tea. Your flowering plants will explode. Coffee grounds, don't throw them away. They provide a nice nitrogen boost to your plants. Best when composted or sprinkled in moderation. Too much and you're mulching with anxiety. Potato or pasta water. After boiling, let it cool and use it to water your plants. It's got trace minerals and carbohydrates that feed soil microbes. Just skip the salt. You're not marinating them. Feeding your garden doesn't require a trip to Home Depot. It requires a mindset shift from consumer to co-creator. Whether you've got a rented backyard, a balcony, or just a borrowed strip of sun outside your front door, you can start. Start with curiosity. Start with 1 pot. Start with the belief that maybe, just maybe, you already have everything you need, because you do. And the more you grow, the more you get it, and suddenly you're not just someone who likes plants, you're someone who understands them, which is a different kind of hot.